What's good, everyone? Welcome back to the Prime Lacrosse YouTube page. Today, I got a quick one for you. If you haven't heard, the Premier Lacrosse League started the women's side of it, the Women's Lacrosse League, and the Championship Series started this week. And if you don't know who Sydni Black is, this is who Sydni Black is. And today, we're gonna be breaking down one of her great dodges that she pulled off during the Championship Series with the WLL charm. Let's go. All right, y'all, so before we jump into the breakdown, we gotta watch the clip first to see what Sydni Black actually did. We don't know what happened before, but we know what happened after. It's called getting a bucket. So let's watch it right quick. She catches it, okay. It looks like a shuffle at first, but if you actually watch it again, it's not a shuffle, it's a crossover step. And she takes 2 crossover steps in this, okay? We're gonna break that down on how to do it, going right or going left. Let's look at what else happened. Okay, so the next thing that I noticed in this is that her stick is in triple threat the whole time. It's back, it's not forward. And what that allows you to do is signal that you're gonna shoot or you're gonna pass or you could potentially dodge. And in this case, she adds a shot fake or what we call a hitch with a jab at the end of her second crossover step. So that's very good right there. And then the third thing is she adds a jab step at the end of that crossover step, the second one right there. And so we're gonna be going into all 3 of those segments for this dodge package. It's not hard, so it's gonna be very quick. So again, as we're going through this workout, stop it, go work it slow, and then come back and work it fast, and that's how you're gonna get better. All right, enough talking, let's get into it. Hey, real quick, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell because we're dropping fire content like this every single week. Let's get back to the video. All right, y'all, this is drill number 1, which is mastering your shot fakes with a hitch. So before we get into the jab, we did that first, but we're actually going to be working the hand fakes first, and that's super important. Now, when you're watching Sydni Black, notice how she has her stick back in triple threat. This is what we call triple threat. We could pass, we could shoot, we could dodge, we could do all that stuff from here. It's not forward, and I dropped the ball, don't worry, cut. It's not forward like this, it's back, and this allows you to do 3 things, right? Pass, shoot, dodge, right? So she's in this shooter position, and do you know why she's in the shooter position? Is because everyone knows that she could shoot from outside, so she's a threat. So she's able to work that. So if you're not a shooter and you're an offense and you can't shoot from the perimeter, you should definitely work on that. I got plenty of videos on that. I'll put it somewhere. So we're gonna work this hitch first with a little bit of a jab, not too much of an emphatic jab like we did in the second drill, but we're gonna work that. So number 1 is we're gonna be here. This has to do with cradling. Again, if you need a cradling drill for this, check out the video link somewhere here. So anyways, we're here and we're here. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm staying pretty high with it. Sydni actually brings it pretty low. Boom, 4. 2 reasons for that. Number 1, she just likes to get that low. That's how she's trained. Number 2, she's trained to get that fake under the reach of the defender. Y'all call it the shopping cart. Look, at whether you think it's legal or not, it happens. So you got to train to play against it. So we're here. Boom, she brings it low. Boom. Notice how my butt end kind of comes up with this bottom hand, just like that, right? And we're just cranking it. It should look like we're actually gonna take a shot. So if we're doing this, we're gonna do it for 2 sets, 5 to 10 reps or more if you're brand new to it. So I'm gonna turn this way so you can see what it looks like. So again, nice shooting position, step, hitch, jab, right? Again, 1, 2, or if you're just working it, here we go, without the jab. You kind of look silly, but hey, you can do it. Boom. Notice how my stick stays back. Boop, I bring it low. This is also gonna help your fake game. So when you're tight on the crease and you're throwing those fakes, boop, 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 that's what it helps with there, but it all starts on the wall and starts with cradling. So get to the wall. Here we go. 1, hand in the jab again. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's work it this way, because whatever we do with the right, we gotta do with the left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, almost lost it. 10. All right, so those are the hitches, the shot fakes, okay? That's drill number 1. You're gonna go on and watch drill number 2, which I said was drill number 1, which is the jab step. Now, we're going to drill number 2 and then drill number 3. So let's go. All right, y'all, so the first thing that we're gonna be working on right now is the jab step. Now, the jab step, in my opinion, is the most fundamental movement or footwork pattern that you can get really good at because it's the biggest thing that sells. I mean, it's comparable to a jab in boxing or in fighting. If you don't have a good jab, it's not gonna open up the rest of it. So you gotta have a good jab step. So what we're gonna do first is we got a couple pieces of equipment. I like to use an octagon for this, and we're gonna use this also for the crossover step. But what we're gonna do is grab an octagon, or if you don't have an octagon, just use a line, and we could do it like that later. We're not even gonna use our stick yet, so we're gonna put that down. But we're gonna put one foot in. And now I'm gonna grab maybe a cone or two. And what I'm gonna be working here is just quick jabs. So I'm gonna line up, parallel to the cone. I'm gonna turn my hip facing that cone because I want to simulate the shuffle, the crossover step down with a quick jab at it. That quick strike. Now, this is a little bit different than a bigger jab. It's a very quick striking jab. So think of a boxer, boom. We're just throwing that jab out really quick. It's like a cobra. I mean, look at the boxing skills, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do this for 2 sets of 5 to 10 reps, and we're gonna go both ways. I'm only gonna show you one way, and then you guys can go and do that at home. So let's get started. So we're gonna start slow, and we're just gonna work a quick striking jab right there to that cone, just like that. That's number 1. So the way I'm gonna do this too is I'm gonna get down just a little bit lower, right? I'm not gonna be super tall on it. I could be, but I wanna have some flex. I wanna be nice and agile and smooth and loose to do it. So again, I'm gonna go 1, boom. Notice how my body's automatically going down too. I think that's super helpful for this. If you want a more expanded video on the jab, I have a video called Test Jabs. You should definitely check it out. It's great for the guys game, great for the girls game. I'll put it somewhere in this video right here. Okay, so we're back to it. 1, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so you've seen 10 reps of that. Notice how I kind of started a little bit slower. I could definitely go a lot bit slower there. But then I picked up the speed as I started to get a little bit more control in it, a little bit more confident in it. And notice my hands, it went from here to here. So if you have a medicine ball at home or some kind of weight that you can use, the transfer of weight from back to front, I think is super helpful, and it translates in the game as well. So now we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna go the opposite way. Put this cone right here as my reference point. Why do I use this octagon? Because for younger players, sometimes what happens is when we hit this jab, we do this. And we lose the intended purpose of our jab. We wanna keep our feet separated, not too much, just a little bit, but we wanna get that next foot ready to run and ready to go. So that's what we have here. So now we did that without the stick. We feel comfortable, we feel confident. Do your second set right here. I'm gonna do it on this side, and I'm gonna do it with the stick now. So now, there comes a little bit of coordination, and I'll break this down in the next drill when we add our hitch or our shot fake. I won't talk about it too much right now, but we're gonna get back to work right here. So I don't have to be that smooth with it. I know I'm gonna keep my stick back, and that's all I need to do right now. 1, 2. If I can add that hitch, that also works. But again, if you're not there yet, we'll get there in a second, okay? We'll probably do this one first in the order of the video, just so if you're watching, this comes first, the hitch, then the jab, then the crossover step, okay? Here we go. Boom, boom. I make sound effects. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's good. Let me try it this way with a stick. And again, if you're following along, pause the video, go back, take your time on it. Go your speed, all right? Ooh, watch out now, that right hand is silky smooth. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Come back to center. A lot of players will stay here. Get a little bit right here. That helps to push that jab out, okay? Because if you're already here, you can't really jab no much further, okay? And that is the jab. It's that easy. So again, watch that video on test jabs, but this is the second drill in the Sydni Black dodge package. All right, let's get to drill number 2, which is drill number 1, which is the hitch. All right, y'all, this is drill number 3, which is mastering your crossover step. We're gonna start by using this octagon right here, and then we're gonna be utilizing these cones right here to add a little bit of movement. This right here is probably one of the harder things for younger players to master, but you gotta just take time. You can't just do it one day a week. You gotta do it multiple days a week in order to get it, and then you could taper off that. So we're gonna start right now with the crossover step. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. We don't need our stick for this because we gotta master the footwork. Sometimes the stick just gets in the way. So here's what it is. Crossover, cross my body, boom, that's it, okay? Let's do it the other way. 1, 2. Now, what's the drill? If you have an octagon or something that you could step over, definitely use that. I have a whole video on how to use the crossover step in rolls for a drop step. But right now, we're just gonna be working on stepping over. First set, 5 to 10 reps, right? Boop, boop, right there. Come to a nice center or balanced position right here, with your both feet under you at shoulder distance apart. Pop, pop, there. And I'm going pretty slow, as you can see, just to get it. Now I'm gonna start picking up the speed, and I'm gonna hold just to show and demonstrate balance and control. And again, here we go. Now I'm going this way. And I like to take that little stump first, right? Boom. And I think that helps. I think it helps. I don't know what it's like technically called, but I think it really helps. Boom. And again, that's the crossover step. So I did that a couple of times. Now that I'm good with the octagon and I did it stationary, I'm gonna work it back here. Start again with those 2 cones, and I'm gonna be facing sideways, okay? I'm gonna be perpendicular or hip facing the goal, with the goal's not right here, and I'm just gonna be working this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's my crossover step. I'm gonna do it the other way, and again, I'm gonna do this for about 5 to 10 reps. 1, 2. There's a little bit of a shuffle after that. 1, 2. 1, 2. And that's the crossover step. Now we're gonna go a little bit faster, and in fact, I'll bring the stick up for this. So now I'm in triple threat. I'm not gonna add the jab yet. I'm just gonna be working the crossover step for this, okay? So again, here, 1, 2, 1, 2. You automatically kind of get into a jab ready position when you're doing this. Let's do it again. And maybe we'll do 3 to 4 sets of this, 5 to 10 reps in order to get it, okay? So 1, 2. Oh, I went into a karaoke. I went a little bit too fast. That's okay. 1, 2, shuffle, 1, 2. And that is as simple as it gets for the crossover step. You can go a little bit faster with a little bit of a pause in the middle in order to get the footwork right. The biggest thing is you wanna make sure that your feet are under you. What do I mean? Is that when your feet are under you like this, that doesn't work. So you wanna make sure that they're under you in the sense that you have 2 feet planted and they're not all twisted, and you're balanced, maybe a shoulder length apart. It's not gonna always look like that, but you definitely want to get to a wider position as opposed to a narrow position, because that's when people get tripped up. So here again, right? Crossover, boop. Ah, you see that jab, right? And I could definitely do that as well. And let's do that. Let's have the jab now. So we're gonna do 1 crossover step with a jab. All right, so boop, boop. Throw that hitch in there too, okay? Here we go, again. Boop, boop. And again, let's add 2 crossover steps and then the fake, all right? So 1, 2, boop. Woo, you're breaking ankles with that one now. All right, so that is the crossover step. We also combined the hitch with the jab. That's totally fine to do that right there, especially if you start getting it. But the final drill, drill number 4, is to put it all together and get buckets. All right, y'all, let's get to work. All right, y'all, so now we're going into drill number 4. I got my girl Landry right here. We're gonna be working this whole thing. So we just went through the whole progression, 1, 2, and 3. We worked the shot fake, the hitch, we worked the jab, and we worked over the crossover step. So now we're gonna put it all together. So what we have is about 5 yards of distance right here, yellow to the blue cone. And we're gonna start very slow in this. So Landry's been practicing, she's gonna start very slow, and she's gonna finish with a shot on the run. Let's see how she does. All right, ready? And go slow. Beautiful, love it, and finish, good. And that's all it is. So now, Landry's been doing this for a minute. She did a lot of micro reps, meaning that she just did it stationary just to get it. Now she's gonna go a little bit faster. All right, Landry, let's see it. Here we go, yep. Oh, okay. Now I noticed on that one, the first crossover step, fantastic. The second one, we got a little stuck up and we added that hitch just a little bit late. We want it to be smooth, okay? So from the next one, make sure on the second one, it's all one move. So again, we're here. We just caught it from our teammate. Boop, boop, boop. Boom, just like that, right? All right, here we go. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, jump shot, I like it. On the second one again, I think if you take those small little micro steps, you could even go by the blue cone a little bit more. We'll push this back. I think that's gonna help. Let's hit it again. Let's go. So if you're doing this at home and it's not looking perfectly smooth, that's okay. Again, that's why we practice. So let's go, Landry. Whoop. Excellent, yep. Oh, I love it. Good. A little small micro jump shot. Okay, now we got one more rep to do. Again, you're gonna do this for about 10 to 15 shots in order to get it. By this time, you should be dirt tired, okay? So Landry's gonna do it one more time. Now, Landry, here's the last thing I want you to do. When we get to the second one, we have to get out of that jab very, very quickly. So again, we're here, boop, 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 and then we're gone. So we want it to be that one motion, and we wanna get out very, very quick, okay? All right, let's rock and roll. Last one, here we go. Clap it up for Landry. Go. Get out, quick, yep, finish. Bring it in, big dog. Here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, y'all, so that is the Sydni Black dodge package, hitch, jab, crossover step, get buckets. You got any words for the audience, Landry? No, but you know what she means. Get more buckets. All right, y'all. If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to the Prime Lacrosse YouTube page. Hit the like button because we appreciate it. Hit the notification bell so you know when we drop the next video. Right, Landry?
Yeah.
And then drop a comment. Let us know what you want to see next time. Have a great day. And if you want to train, hit me up. We'll get that buckets. We'll get them buckets. We'll get something, right? Oh, just kidding. Have a great day.
Hey, did you like that video? Did you find value in it? Did you get better? If you did, don't forget to subscribe because again, we are dropping fire content like this all the time. All right, y'all. Peace. I'll catch you on the field.